Welcome back to Science whatever. This is the only show where I'm gonna explain myself to you. This episode is brought to you by caffeine. It's so good. First up today, what does it say? Scientists discovered a new species of sea slug. I don't really know what constitutes a sea slug versus a land slug. What I do know is this thing is ugly as f***. It looks like a garbage bag full of food garbage. Like sometimes I clog the sink and then I gotta reach in there and pull everything out. This looks like if I dumped that in like a see-through newspaper bag. I really didn't read that much more about the slug because it was ugly. Kind of looks like a used condom with a brain in it. All right, I think I've roasted this slug enough. What's next? An emperor penguin from Antarctica washed up on a beach in Australia. Nobody knows how it got there. I know for certain it didn't want to be there because nobody wants to be in Australia. But the penguin was really skinny, so after a few weeks they fed it and then they returned it by just dropping it off in the middle of the ocean. Even though this penguin has already established itself as having zero sense of direction, they're just like, there you go, you'll find your way home. So I expect this penguin to die. Some scientists figured out that a chlamydia vaccine is showing early promise in mice. That's good news, because as we all know, mice are very sexually free and active. So now they're gonna be able to love each other without any risk of chlamydia. Holy shit, I am caffeinated as f right now. A new study has shown that ancient Egyptians drank a hallucinogenic cocktail, which shouldn't be that surprising when you consider all of everything that's come out of ancient Egypt. It's all obviously psychedelic. You got this stuff, you got pyramids. Somebody was like, I'm gonna build a sand triangle, and everyone's like, oh, what are you gonna put inside of it? And he's like, I was thinking just like mummies and cats and jugs of wine. Everyone's like, oh, okay, I agree with that idea because I too am tripping balls right now. Oh, this is a good one. Scientists have discovered a new species of gecko, and I like it a lot. I like how grumpy he looks. He looks just serious. He's like, yeah, I'm a f***ing gecko and I look like dirt and I don't need to take from you or anybody. I rate this gecko 5 out of 5. He's a good gecko, he's a serious gecko, he takes care of business, and he doesn't need to do a car commercial to be respected. Apparently in South Carolina, there's like an invasive species issue with these giant lizards that they're the size of dogs. The experts have weighed in with their official advice. You have two options if you see one of these lizards. Option 1, you can throw a blanket on it and call a special hotline and they will pick it up. The blanket makes the lizard feel like it's hiding and it'll just kind of chill out under the blanket. Option 2, they said you can shoot it. These are of course vastly different choices. You can either tuck it in with a nice cozy blanket, or you can blow its brains out. You decide, South Carolina, although I know what you're gonna decide. It's backward state. A new study has shown that everyone is a idiot. They analyzed 35 million Facebook posts, and they found that 75% of the time when people shared an article, they themselves had not read or even clicked on that article, which means a majority of people on Facebook are just sharing things as if they know what the thing is without having any idea of what the thing is. They're so stupid. A 78-year-old British man was discovered to have 3 penises. Unfortunately for him, he is dead because they found the penises during an autopsy. The second and third penises were inside of the first penis, like some kind of weird Russian nesting doll made of penises. It's kind of a bummer for the guy because they don't think he knew that he had 3 penises. And the best part of having 3 penises is being able to brag that you have 3 penises. He missed out on so many great opportunities. Like he could have been hanging out at the urinal as guys do, you know, and he's like, hey, nice penis. And his friends are like, what? And he's like, I have 3. And they're like, I only have 1. What an embarrassment for me. Anyway, RIP to that old guy. And of course, RIP in this case stands for really interesting. Thus concludes this inaugural episode. Feel free to let me know in the comments how bad I did and all the ways that you think it's bad and how it could have been better. I'm sure people are gonna tell me. I'm gonna keep doing them no matter what until I can find some peace in this world. So thanks a lot. Bye bye.